Hey everyone, it is Saturday, July 29th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been an awesome day. I'm in a really good place and excited for a productive session. It's definitely going to be on the short side again, ultra short, which I'm not stoked about, but I've just been prioritizing other things beyond that these past 2 days, and I'm going to pick back up on Monday and we're going to slay it. So that's just how it's going to go. But for now, I'm going to get into a quick um, online learning session. I'll update you guys with anything that's relevant there, and then get a quick drum practice in. It'll be my first in like 6 days or something, so that's critical because I'm probably not going to do any instrumental practice tomorrow as I normally do. And then if there's any other time left to work on stuff, I'll let you guys know. But that's probably going to occupy the whole session for today, is just doing a little bit of classwork, getting back in the groove with the drum stuff, and then getting back on top of working this track starting on Monday. Now, I'll talk to you a little bit about what I was doing with the horns while I was gone. I'm currently using a sound library called Broadway Big Band, and I'm using the stripped back version of it called Broadway Lights. And I'm very, very happy with it so far. I think the instruments are very well recorded. I think it sounds extremely realistic versus the competition on the marketplace. I could imagine other libraries being better for different types of applications, but specifically for what I want, which is the most realistic sounding performances and sounds, actual samples, not modeled sounds, actual samples of human beings playing these instruments. This was by far the most bang for the buck out there, in my opinion. And I paid, I think, full price for it. I don't think I got any of the crazy discounts that they sometimes give. What you can do is there is mixing functionality within the plugin itself. So you can take an entire section of horns, pan things, change the volume. I don't think there's native compressors or EQs or anything within the plugin, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong about that. But there's rhythm features, humanizing features, which can change like how perfectly the plugin will play the samples. And the more you humanize it, the less perfect it is. Welcome to being a human being. And you can also detune the pitch, which sometimes helps thicken the sound if you're doubling things. It just makes it sound a little bit more like it's actual human beings playing it. So what I did in a couple videos ago when I was at G4 in Monterey is trying to think what I did here. What I did was I actually took I was going to separate out, I'm sorry, I got distracted for a second. I was going to separate out all the individual horns onto separate tracks so I could EQ them, compress them, depending on what I wanted to do. So I was going to have 2 trumpets, 2 saxophones, and 2 baritone saxophones. And I realized the better move there, if you're using that program, is actually to put the 2 trumpets on the same track and then use this feature called the RealTime Orchestrator, which basically will not play the same sample at the same time. Versus if you split the 2 horns onto different tracks, you may get the exact same sample played, which is going to sound very unrealistic. It's not going to sound like two separate instruments playing the part. It's just going to sound like one part played louder. So I took the 2 trumpets, 2 saxophones, and 2 baritones and put those on 3 separate tracks and then processed them individually, changed the mix a little bit, actually took all the reverb and all that stuff off, and it just really helped bring out the sound and the characteristics of the instruments, and it just sounds freaking killer right now, so I'm really happy about that. Hopefully that comes through in the final product. So if you guys are out there contemplating anything about horn section libraries, there is the information on that, and if you guys have any other questions or other thoughts on that, let me know. Let's get into this. I will stop talking. I feel like I've been talking way more than I like to in the last couple of videos, so I'm going to try to limit that going forward, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's do this.